are a black-seeded Kentucky type bean. Oh, there's some brown ones. That's funny. Maybe they're the brown ones. I was told they were black-seeded, but no, they're brown-seeded Kentucky beans. A farmer friend gave to me. I had some black ones. Oh, there's some black ones. All right, so we have black and brown representing right now. And the reason I'm shelling these is because it is time to plant some beans in the Three Sisters garden. And I am stoked about that. We're just gonna plant some beans and hope that the corn can handle it. The corn is growing quickly, and I'm going to be feeding it with this amazing compost tea. So it should be really, really jumping. We've been getting a good amount of rain, though not quite all the rain that we got earlier in the week and last week. So yeah, I think this is gonna be really great. And there is sort of a purpley looking seed. Aren't those beautiful? I love beans, and I've always loved dry beans. These aren't the best dry bean, they're actually a better green bean. But dry beans have always just been one of those things. They're like little natural gemstones, they look like. And there's so many beautiful varieties like Jacob's Cattle and soup beans and turtle beans and all kinds of things. Cat's eye beans, goat beans, eye of the goat beans, Baphemus beans. There are just so many varieties. The problem with me growing beans is that back in Florida, you try to grow your beans, dry beans, you'd plant them in the spring, and it's kind of dry in the spring, and so you get them started with some irrigation, and they grow, and then it starts to get hot, and the beans would all start ripening up. But when the beans ripened up, the rains would just come torrentially, and a lot of the beans would sprout and rot and mold in the pods. So you really had to get your timing correct, maybe grow them in the fall in Florida to have much luck with dry beans. As much as I love them, the only dry beans I really did well with in Florida were the classic southern peas, which you could plant later in the summer and then let them dry coming up through the fall when the rain drops off. You gotta learn the seasons wherever you are. Some crops are gonna be great. People say, why don't you have dry bean as one of your survival crops for Florida? Well, because it's not a very good survival crop for Florida, you're better off with roots. Anyhow, we've got some good ones in here. So let's go plant them. Before I go, I want you guys to see what is potentially the cutest video ever.
One day you'll hear the song in Publix.
I write some of these songs for my my own children and to entertain myself, and it's really cool to see that. Thank you for sending it to me, and yeah, it's just really cool. And you sing it better than I do, so all right, fantastic. That's why you're the music teacher, and I'm just this YouTube garden guy. Anyhow, thank you all for joining me for a look at the Three Sisters garden today. I think it's gonna do well. We got some mulching down, we got the beans planted, and we got it fertilized with this beautiful fetid swamp water, trademark. And I think it's gonna do really well. I'm very excited about it. This is the first time we've done it this way, so we'll see how it goes. Thanks for joining me today. Be sure to check me out on the web at thesurvivalgardener.com. Until next time, may your thumbs always be green.
I went to see David the Good. We listened to Portishead and drank spiced rum.
And we just have to wait and see what happens next. Is there a bug in my nose? I think there's a bug in my nose.